For timing today, you'll see these storms start to fire off as we get into around 5 to 6 p.m. Central Time down there across portions of Oklahoma, moving across the Red River Valley region into Arkansas, northeastern Texas, and then eventually northwestern Louisiana or northern Louisiana. So I would say, as we're getting into the late afternoon, make sure you have your alerts on, make sure you know what's going on. Don't start getting prepared at 6 as these storms are firing off. We're going to have a lot of instability that's going to have a cap to burst through. And as soon as it bursts through that cap, these storms can ignite quickly. We can go from having sunny skies to a dangerous supercell in a span of 30 to 40 minutes with these types of setups. So make sure as we get into the late afternoon, you're paying attention. Again, 6 p.m. and then on, and then these dangerous storms could last all the way into the early morning hours of Sunday, 1, 2 a.m. before we really start to see these truly dissipate and that severe threat reduce. So let's take a look at what's happening. Here's the mid layers here. Now, not the most impressive flow at the 500 millibar level, but it's enough. And you can see these short waves beginning to form over portions of Oklahoma and northeastern Texas. This is what helps to organize the storms at the 500 millibar at the mid level of the atmosphere. And what you need for some very damaging or some very strong storms is a lot of shear at the lower levels. And we're going to have that. Look what happens as we get later into the afternoon, 8, 9, 10, you start to see some stronger winds at the 850 millibar level. And what's important here is these are southerly winds flowing into our westerly winds. So we're going to have a lot of rotation when you're looking at the wind direction from the surface and then moving up into the atmosphere. That's what spins up these thunderstorms. That's what causes supercells. You can see we're going to be very warm. This is energy for these storms. We're talking about temperatures getting close to 90 degrees across portions of southern Oklahoma here. So there's going to be a lot of juice for these storms. Taking a look at what's happening with our dew points, we're going to have some very, very moist air, dew points up into the 70s. Moist air is buoyant. This is what helps you bust through any sort of potential cap. And these dew points stay very high all the way late into the evening as well. We're still seeing dew points as we get to 8 and 9 p.m., potentially as high as 70 degrees. What makes me nervous looking at this too, you can see this convergence. You can see our dew points, obviously. You can see a slight southwesterly flow here into a south-southeasterly flow here. So we're seeing a lot of convergence right in this region here where we have these 85 to 90 degree temperatures at the surface, 65 to 70 degree dew points. So I'm definitely watching areas around Ardmore, Oklahoma, Gainesville, Texas, Paris, Texas, this whole kind of border right here. Again, Red River Valley region. We need to be paying close attention as we get into the evening hours.